I get a really sour taste in my mouth after eating carbs. This started about 3 weeks ago when my doctor put me on an antibiotic, Flagyl, and an immunosuppressant, Imuran, to help with my Crohn's disease. I stopped taking both of them in less than a week to get this problem under control. The symptoms got much better when I stopped the meds, but the sour taste keeps coming back when I eat carbs, several times a day. When I was on the meds, the sour taste never went away, whether I had eaten or not, brushed my teeth or not. And the sour taste was much stronger. The doctor wants to put me on heartburn meds, but I have had heartburn for a long time and I know what that feels like. This is not that. The bad taste is definitely originating from my mouth, not reflux. There are no white patches, like thrush, but I'm wondering if I could have a low-grade yeast infection orally that isn't bad enough to cause the white patches. What could be causing the sour taste and how can I get rid of it?
I am Dr. Thomas, MD, board certified in internal medicine and integrative medicine, so I cover a lot of ground and can help you with your question. I will either give you an answer right away or have questions for you. Either way, use reply until you are ready to rate the answer. Please note that answers for information and education only. Okay, in fact, reflux can take on many guises. And sometimes a sour taste is the only symptom. You cannot predict the symptoms of reflux because it was one way at a certain point. You should try your doctor's treatment for 2 weeks to see if this alleviates the problem, in which case he is correct. Carbs might be a trigger. Also, what you should consider is gluten sensitivity, which can have all sorts of odd symptoms. This can be tested for with a celiac panel and serum gliadin, both blood tests. Other causes are allergy, chronic sinus infection. A yeast infection would be visible. IT would not be subclinical. Dentures, other dental problems. B vitamin deficiencies. These are the main things to consider. Rarely taste changes are a sign of neurological problems. This does not sound like it is the case from what you describe. Let me know if you have further questions. Just use reply if you are not done. If you are not done or satisfied, use reply to expert, not poor/negative. Come back anytime. Bonuses are great, but your satisfaction is my goal. Future questions? Ask for Dr. Thomas in the question title or see my profile to request me. Save my profile to your browser favorites http://www.justanswer.com/medical/expert Dr. Thomas.
Okay, I hear what you are saying, but not feeling very confident about the answer. It seems odd to me that this exactly coincided with starting the 2 medications, which have since been discontinued for 2 weeks. And that the acid reflux, from which I do suffer, would suddenly change in symptoms upon starting the 2 medications and the new/changed symptom would remain after discontinuing the meds. I would rule out the gluten intolerance, given that just eating plain fruit will bring on the sour taste. By the way, I do still get acid reflux symptoms when I eat tomato sauces or spicy foods. But these symptoms are the ones that I'm used to, the burning sensation, notably. However, this sour taste doesn't seem to coincide with that symptom. Forgive me if I'm skeptical. It's just that this sour taste really does seem to originate from the mouth/salivary glands.
If it was from medications, it should have ceased within 2 weeks of them. If this is the case, then great. If it is simply taking a little longer. I gave you a number of other possibilities besides reflux. Let me know if you did not get those, if the post was cut off, etc. Salivary gland disease would be a possibility, but normally you would have a dry mouth and probably dry eyes as well. Sjogren's syndrome, you can test for this with a blood test called an ANA panel. Let me know if you have further questions. Just use reply if you are not done. If you are not done or satisfied, use reply to expert, not poor/negative. Come back anytime. Bonuses are great, but your satisfaction is my goal. Future questions? Ask for Dr. Thomas in the question title or see my profile to request me. Save my profile to your browser favorites http://www.justanswer.com/medical/expert Dr. Thomas.
Well, sorry I didn't respond to the other suggestions you gave. They didn't seem to fit the specific situation of sour taste being triggered by eating carbs and coming on right when medications are started. To address each of the possibilities that you brought up, 1. Why would carbs be a trigger to acid reflux when starting a medication? 2. Would I have likely developed an allergy when starting a medication? And if so, would it make sense that carbs would trigger it? 3. A sinus infection has pretty distinct symptoms in terms of pain, etc. Plus, wouldn't the bad taste be there regardless of carbs? 4. There doesn't appear to be any dental problems that I can see or feel. Also, would carbs be a trigger for it? And again, isn't that a long shot that it would begin right when medications are started? 5. B vitamin deficiencies, common with Crohn's disease. But again, why would it just be triggered by carbs? And why would that coincide with starting medications? I don't mean to be rude, but you wanted me to address each of your suggestions. It seems to me that given the timing with the meds and the narrow problem of the sour taste happening with carbs would have helped you to rule those out as likely possibilities yourself. Meanwhile, I checked my mouth just now with a flashlight and the back half of my tongue does seem to have a whitish film on it. No spots, though, and no whiteness anywhere else that I can see.
1. We don't know that the meds have anything to do with it, and we also don't know what effects the meds would have on reflux or reflux when combined with carbs. Anything is possible there. 2. An allergy to meds should be obvious. A sensitivity to meds or to gluten would not be. There are also food sensitivities. All might stimulate reflux. 3. Sinus symptoms would tend to be continuous and escalate, unless it is chronic sinusitis, then all sorts of odd symptoms can occur, but you would have had sinus problems before at some point. 4. Dental problems should be identifiable. 5. No known reason, but how each individual reacts to any given disorder or deficiency is unique, and B vitamins are critical in carb digestion. So it is all not as simple as you assume. A whiteness on the back of the tongue can be easily swabbed to see if it is yeast. Normally yeast would be more pronounced, painful and progressive. But it is possible. And yes, carbs can stimulate yeast reactions as well. The meds might simply be a cofactor and have nothing much to do with any of this. On the other hand, if it is the meds, it should go away as you stop the meds. Let me know if you have further questions. Just use reply if you are not done. If you are not done or satisfied, use reply to expert, not poor/negative. Come back anytime. Bonuses are great, but your satisfaction is my goal. Future questions? Ask for Dr. Thomas in the question title or see my profile to request me. Save my profile to your browser favorites http://www.justanswer.com/medical/expert Dr. Thomas.
If you have a health question and want to chat with a doctor now, visit justanswer.com/ythealth.